Hello and welcome to English 123 Advanced Composition. My name is Jennifer Green and I am happy to be your instructor for this term at CBU Online. We have a lot to get through in an 8-week period, and so I'm really excited to take you through this process. I want to offer my services to you at any time. Please don't hesitate to email me, to call me, or text me. I have provided my cell phone number in the syllabus. If you have any questions, I would rather you ask any question than to not ask. Do not feel like you're bothering me. It's an important part of the growth process and the learning process to ask questions along the way, and that's what I'm here for. I've been in education for over 20 years. I've been teaching English at the high school level, at the college level, so I have a lot of experience, and I'm really excited to teach this class. A couple of things for week one's lecture. This is a jam-packed class, and as you know, these 8-week terms go really fast. This is a research-based class with expository writing. I'm going to encourage you to consider your major and use that as your guideline for what topic to write about. If you can keep it related to your major as you do this research paper in our class, which really this whole course is about creating one huge research paper that will be 8 to 10 pages. That's your final assignment. And so we're going to just take it step by step, baby steps all the way through to make this one assignment. So as you consider your topic related to your major and you gather this research, the intent is for you to have sources, to have research, to have evidence and information that could help you in your future courses of study related to your major. So I want you to think about what do you like, what interests you, but also how does it relate to your major so that you are benefiting yourself in the future. Okay, depending on what your major is at CBU, that will determine whether you're going to use MLA citation or APA citation. You're going to go with your discipline and what they require, so I'm good with either one. Okay. A quick thing I want to talk about is time management in this class. Time management, as you know, in online learning is critical. Okay, this is a jam-packed class and it does move very quickly. 8 weeks will go by just like that. So I'm going to ask you to stay on task, stay on target. Our assignments are due on Sunday nights, as you know. If you could just take it little by little, you won't be overwhelmed on Sunday, but please do adhere to the guidelines, okay? As stated in my syllabus, work will be accepted 1 week late the following week for partial credit, okay? So please do very much stay on task. Don't wait until the last minute, okay? Take little breaks if you need to. Do a little bit here, a little bit there. Take a break, walk away, come back. Especially with writing, I always feel like when I'm writing something, I know what I want it to say in my head, but I get going so fast and maybe my brain's going faster than my fingers are typing, and so what I have written may not actually say what I think it says. So take a break, walk away, come back with a fresh perspective, read through what you've done, make sure you're still, writing what you intend to write. Just a little hint. Another thing is organization. Organization is going to be really important in this class. When doing research, you can find yourself consumed with piles of books, lists of websites and sources, and you get like overwhelmed with, well, how do I sort it all out? Each person has a way that works best for them. I liked to use cards, like 4x6 cards. I would write the bibliography on the top, and then I would take bullet notes of pertinent information or write quotes. That way I just had it at a quick grasp. Or I would say, see this book for the topics the subtopics related to this. Some just quick way to keep yourself organized so that when you have piles of articles or books in front of you, you can know how to sort what's what. But like I said, each person has their own way that works best for them. So try to figure out something and stick with it as we go. So as we go through this class, you're going to write a large paper. And like I said, I would like for it to relate to your major. But another thing I want you to think about is this is not just a report of information as we go through. You are going to write a paper that's an expository, research-based essay, but you are presenting an issue. And what you need to do is think of it as either a controversial issue or something that you see as a problem and you need to propose a solution. Okay? You're not just writing a factual based information paper. You have to write about an issue. So think of it from that perspective. Have a question driving your process, like what is the problem with this issue and how could I solve it? Okay, you need to have an issue where people disagree with you. Okay, if everybody agrees that this is something that's an issue or a problem, then there's really no controversy. So be thinking of it in an area as far as who's going to disagree with me and what are they going to say if they wanted to argue the case with me. Okay, because you're going to have to come up with counter arguments in your paper. So be thinking of it that way, like what is the devil's advocate going to say in this topic? Okay. As you go through the research and in this course, we're going to talk about credible sources when doing your research. You're going to have to look through the internet. You're going to look through books. You're going to look through journal articles in libraries. And you need to be thinking about reliability and validity. Is this author credible? Where does this source come from? Where is this person just anybody on the internet? Okay. Wikipedia is not a credible source. Okay, so be thinking about what is this a credible source that I can cite from? Just because it's on the internet doesn't make it credible. Okay, and you also need to think about you as a writer presenting your information. I'll mention later in a future presentation about ethos, pathos, and logos. That's what I call it. And those are the Greek terms that have to do with persuasive writing. Ethos has to do with ethics, your ethical presentation, your values. Pathos has to do with feelings. And so you think about, are you a passionate writer? Is your writing conveying your passion, your feeling for the topic? Can you emotionally persuade your reader to agree with you? And then logos is the derivative of logic. So am I presenting my information in factual, logical order that makes sense, that I can persuade my reader? Okay, so just those are some concepts to be thinking about as you're considering a topic for this course. And so your first assignment that is due this week, week 1, is your citation assignment, and that is a 60-point assignment. And the rubric is online under week 1 learning activities. So for 20 points, you are meeting the requirements of the assignment. Did you cite the sources properly? Did you find your sources? 10 points for organization. As far as the margins, you want your 1-inch margins. You need, when you list your sources, you put them in alphabetical order by author's last name. If there's no author, you start with the title. 20 points for whether you have properly used the MLA or APA format, depending on what your major is. And the last 10 points is the mechanics, spelling, grammar, punctuation. Okay. Always take time to go back and proofread and then walk away and then come back later and proofread again, looking for spelling, punctuation, grammar, that attention to detail. Okay. It is important. Especially, and there's some tidbits of information. If you struggle with fragments or run-on sentences, I can help you with that. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a wonderful week 1. I look forward to hearing from you, and here we go.